My term paper is going to be on the numerous safety errors because of the lack of a 360-degree survey of fire buildings before firefighters enter the building. Uh, Before I retired in 2010 as training officer, we, over the 10 years previous to that, from 2000 to 2010, we had a live burn every year in an abandoned house. In the last 3 years, I concentrated on efforts to increase the awareness of not only doing a 360-degree survey, but how to do that with the first due and second due engine companies so that we don't overcommit to a fire and expect the third and fourth due companies to save us as we overcommit. So there is a great deal of debate over the issue. Firefighters don't want to have their arms handcuffed, and they want to be aggressive in their firefight. However, with the types of homes that are being built with large open areas, engineered construction or truss construction, there have been numerous fires where the firefighters have overcommitted, and some have done so to their death. On February 24, 2012, at 9:11 p.m., Prince George's County Fire and Emergency Medical Services responded to a structure fire at 6404 57th Avenue in Riverdale Heights, Maryland. Upon arrival, fire department personnel observed flames extending out of a basement window, pressurized smoke on the first floor, and high winds impacting the rear of the structure. Shortly after arriving, firefighters forced the door of the structure, which immediately changed the fire flow's path and dynamics by adding a ventilation opening above the fire. This situation was intensified by weather. Firefighters entered the structure through the front door, placing themselves above the basement fire and its outflow and the path back to the front door. With high velocity and high temperature gases, 2 firefighters were trapped on the first floor without the protection of a hose line. When the front door shut behind them, again it changed the path and the progression of the fire. This dropped the smoke layer to the floor, increased the temperature from floor to ceiling in the front room where the firefighters were trapped. One firefighter was able to self-rescue through the front window, and the other firefighter was removed through the front door by other firefighters. As I look into this situation, I'm amazed at, as we have lost firefighters since 2006 and earlier, but this issue had come to light in Ohio, and a captain and firefighter lost their lives due to adverse conditions in an unknown basement fire. And yet 6 years later, we have the same situation of overcommitment and the lack of a 360-degree survey by the first 2 companies. The other issue is entering buildings without a charged hose line or a hose line that is about to be charged. And a lot of firefighters don't have procedures or techniques down to get the hose line charged in a short period of time. Now, what we did in Strongsville was we created scenarios whereby the first due company not only got the hose line charged, but they were donned and ready to go in by the time the officer did a complete 360. The officer also must complete not only a primary radio report to incoming companies and the shift commander as well, but a secondary radio report describing all the issues upon doing the 360. Now that is so crucial to a excellent firefight, and creating a visual for everyone who is arriving right behind the first due company. Again, overcommitment has to be stopped. Firefighters should not be dying or being injured because of the lack of commitment to not only 360 degree survey, but also to safety on the fire ground. So my term paper for the end of our class is going to deal with the best practices that we instituted, as well as the procedures and how to accomplish that, and make those recommendations not only on what we have done, but on fires that Prince George County, as well as other fire departments in the state of Ohio, have already adopted, and to realize how to make these judgments so that crews aren't jeopardized. Thank you.